Brought to you by Podderation, podcast for nerds. Ooh, natural 20. Today's episode is brought to you in partnership with The Wandering Tavern, a brand new RPG setting from Homie and the Dude. Ghibli-inspired and system-agnostic, The Wandering Tavern is a floating metropolis of the weird and wonderful, designed to slip seamlessly into your world or be used as a campaign setting in its own right. The tavern is fully mapped out across 15 giant battle maps with 23 unique locations and features 33 different NPCs and a full airship system across more than 200 pages of content. The tavern is available online at hatdbuilder.com now, and we've got a special discount for Podderation listeners, so use code POD at the checkout for 10% off your order.
Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host and game master, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, any, and I am going to be running a little holiday special for you, dear listeners, and for my friends who are all part of our cast. Please welcome Susan Spinader.
Hi, I'm Susan. I go by she, her, and I will be playing Susan.
Yeah, you're going to be playing yourself. How does it feel to be back in the player chair and on the other side of the screen?
Good and weird. And not because I'm a player, but because I'm playing myself. Usually I have to think about what a character would do, but now it's just like what I would do, and that's...
Are you going to say Susan says and then say something?
Oh, yeah.
Susan says?
That's what I do in real life.
Yeah, refer to yourself in the third
this.
person. Yeah. It's a habit that we're trying to break Susan out of, but it seems like that's
you can't stop Susan that easily.
Yeah. And he's unstoppable himself. Please welcome Xavier Trudeau-Duchesne.
Hello, I'm Xavier, and I will be playing François-Xavier Trudeau-Deschênes, and I'm going to have my jingle bells rocked.
Ooh!
If I do everything right, hopefully, yes. And he is rocking the night away. Please welcome back from a long time away, Alex Herrera.
Hello, I'm Alex. I'll be playing Alex, the cutthroat survivor.
Man, Alex, it's so good to have you back. Thank you for coming aboard to do our little holiday special.
I had to come back. Luck turned, everything worked out. I'm here. I'm a little coffee, but it's okay. Coffee, not the drink, but like I'm coughing. I'm trying to get over sickness. Yeah, trying to get over it.
Let me tell y'all, everyone listening and everyone at the table, what we're going to be playing. We're going to be playing a short one-shot in the End of the World system. This is a system by Fantasy Flight Games that is, I think, discontinued. It's certainly unsupported, but it's but it is a system kind of similar to the Star Wars role-playing system, wherein it uses like dice pools and has varied outcomes that aren't so binary like modern D20 systems. The whole thrust of this system is that the players make fictionalized or idealized versions of themselves and play out an apocalypse scenario of some flavor. Because we are in the middle of a Cthulhu campaign that Susan is running, our flavor is going to be eldritch horror and Lovecraftian. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So that is what we're going to be doing. I'm super excited to be running this, and yeah, I wish you all the luck in your End of the World. We begin in Santa Monica, California, on the 3rd Street Promenade. It is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. The promenade is kind of a large outdoor shopping area in the city of Santa Monica, which is right on the beach, right, like very close to the coast. You can see the water from there. You can hear the crashing of the waves. Over the PA playing light contemporary Christmas music, you can hear, "I don't want a lot for Christmas." People hustle and bustle and begin their holiday shopping, running around, or are just enjoying the long weekend. There is just one thing I need. It's sunny, it's bright, it's warm. Even at the end of November, it is probably like 75 degrees. You don't need a jacket. You have been invited here, Susan and Xavier, by Ian and Alex to enjoy a holiday weekend. They've invited you here to show you the city, places to hike, places to eat, and kind of just have fun. You know, holidays can be stressful, and for whatever reason, you've decided that a vacation to Los Angeles is exactly what you need. I just want you for my own, more than you will ever know. One such place that you are right now is a place that has been suggested by Ian as one of the best brunches in town, the Dark Star Cafe. Really good brunch, great coffee. You are sitting inside by the window, watching all of this, seeing the holiday decorations, and all the busy people going back and forth. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Ian said he would meet you there, but was probably about an hour ago. He was really excited to tell you something. The last couple texts from him have been kind of scatterbrained, a little bit out of character. Since he is late, you went ahead, had food, you know, you're maybe finishing up or enjoying a final coffee or something like that. Ian's been kind of buzzing about this new video game called Strange Aeons. And you've heard a little bit about a buzz about this game, at least in like the nerd circles that you interact with. It's kind of a sleeper indie game, hasn't hit the mainstream yet, but it's gotten a lot of interesting reviews on Steam. Ian's been raving about it and talking about it nonstop and trying to get you to play it, but for whatever reason, your obligations have prevented you from getting around to checking it out. Also, Susan and Xavier, have you ever experienced, in your real life, an earthquake?
Mm-mm.
Small ones.
Small ones, okay.
Oh,
Susan,
man.
No.
Missing out.
Really missing out.
I'll trade you tornadoes and hurricanes.
Sure, please.
I know, no thank you.
Those are a little bit more predictable, so I might want to take those. All right, well, Susan, you experienced your first earthquake just the other night. Last evening, all three of you, around midnight, felt an earthquake. It was a mild one. If you bothered to check or care about those things from USGS, the epicenter of it was in the ocean off the coast. But you definitely felt it. It probably woke you up. And actually, all of you did not get a great night of sleep last night. On top of whatever else might prevent you from getting a good rest, you all three experienced strange and vivid dreams. Xavier, you dreamed of the void, hungry and endless. You were in the dark swirling of time beyond mortality. The stars aligning to form a pattern without wonder or comfort. Every star a cold, dead world. A horrifying, ego-shattering expanse that left you today feeling kind of empty and alone as you think about drifting insignificantly through the cosmic dust.
It's just like FF14. Damn
it. Susan, you had dreams of dark and dripping cyclopean stone, thrusting and jutting at angles that should not exist. You fell and stumbled through a labyrinth like an M.C. Escher painting of stairs and doorways and angles, tortured and panicked by the strange and indifferent architecture. There were hidden passages and maddening dead ends in this city of titanic scope, unfathomably large and horrifically complex. And every once in a while, you could see a pillar at the center with the statue of some monstrous creature that you just can't get out of your head. Alex, you dreamed of deep below the sea, in the inky dark, where uncounted horrors writhe and feed far below from the knowledge of humanity or any kind of light. You were unable to see anything in this crushing depth, but you know how in a dream you can feel stuff and know stuff? You know that many things, maybe hundreds of things, could see you. There was no way to know which way to swim, fearing that you may pull yourself further down as your window of escape narrowed. And all of this swirled around you as you struggled to find up from down before you drowned in the brine. All I want for Christmas is you.
All putting back our third coffee.
By the way,
shaky hands.
have I ever told you guys a story of when I was 7 or 6 years old and I almost died in El Salvador in the ocean?
Is this should be
role
in
play
character,
or is this Alex?
This should be in
both.
character.
Well, this is both.
Yeah, both, please, yeah.
When I was 6 or 7 years old, my mom, me, and my sister went to El Salvador without my dad because he had to work. And my cousin and I went with her. My cousin and his mom went with us, my aunt. And she told us, we were on this beach hut. And she said, stay here. Don't go anywhere. And my cousin was complaining. He's like, ugh, I don't want a cold Coca-Cola. I want cold stuff around me. And she was like, be quiet. Stay here. I have to go to the bathroom or something. I forget. She left us alone. First thing my cousin did when she leaves, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the water. And I was like, okay, yeah. And he's 3 years older than me, so I followed him. We go there, and he jumps in, because he can swim. I can't swim, by the way. 6 years old, 7 years old, or how old I was, I don't remember. And I run in, and I remember laughing, he's nowhere near me. He went off to do his own thing, and I'm by myself. And I'm about maybe waist high in water. And the next thing I know, my feet get pulled underneath. And, I fall backwards because something pulls me in the water. And I close my eyes, I open them again, and I am underwater. I can see light. I can feel water everywhere. And I remember thinking oh, this is nice. Comfortable. And next thing I know, I'm washed on the shore, coughing up water, choking, and I sit up, I look around, nobody cared. There's other kids and people around, and they just saw me get washed up on shore, and I remember thinking that was weird. And I just run right back to the little hut where my cousin went. He left me there. He didn't even wait for me.
Did anybody comment on you being soaking wet?
Nope. My aunt did see that him and I were wet, and she yelled at us, but I didn't tell anybody about anything about that. And then my mom, nothing bad. Maybe I told my mom maybe 3 years ago about that happened. And she freaked out. She really freaked out about it.
Understandably.
The ocean rejected me.
Yeah.
It felt comfortable though.
It did. That's the scary part. It
the
felt
sweet
Alex
felt the sweet embrace of death. At 6 years
I haven't
old,
felt
and it
that
was comfortable.
Jesus.
ever. I can't describe how that. It was like when you have a cup of warm hot chocolate and you're watching a movie and you don't have work for 3 days. That's what it felt like. Nothing. Nothing to worry about. Everything was cool, but it wasn't cool. That would have been a quick out.
I mean, I don't think young Alex had the burden of work and of overtime
No.
weighing on his head
He did not.
at that
he did
point
not.
of time.
No.
I don't
he
think you
did
were
not.
ready for it, you know?
First grade. It was the first grade.
Okay.
The only thing he worried about was, collecting all the Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had this fucked up dream last night. I can't focus on... I'm sorry, that was a good story, though.
I had a fucked up dream too.
Yeah, same. That's why I brought up the water story. Because I had a dream about water and being underneath and drowning.
I was stuck in like this endless lands like corridor, but like the walls didn't make sense, and I was going up and down, and it was especially frustrating because in all my dreams I usually could fly, but I couldn't in this one.
What about yours, Savior?
I don't know. It was just kind of like just full acknowledgement of the pointlessness of life in this vast and dead universe. I feel like I've just been playing Susan's campaign for too long now.
I mean, I honestly take comfort in that. For real. Like, I'll look up in the sky and just how big it is and how infinite it is, and realize that that stupid mistake I made is so infinitesimally insignificant in the grand scheme of things that it gives me comfort.
That's a good point. That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know.
It sounds like Xavier's dream was more about how we're dots. And in a flicker of light in an otherwise cold, empty universe. Is that the sense I'm getting?
No, I just feel like we're just like struggling to make sense out of it all, and like everywhere else, something might have struggled in the past, but they're here no longer. There's no record of it. There's nothing left. It's all pointless.
Wow.
But then again, I don't sleep good all these days all that much. So
yeah.
I felt the earthquake too. That woke me up. So that didn't help.
That was my first one. I just stayed still. I don't know if I should have gone somewhere or...
I mean, they say, like, you can't stand in a doorway. That's fake. The doorway thing is fake, they say.
Okay, because I just kind of, like, laid in bed and was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, typically these days, you can just wait them out. There hasn't been any big ones. The big ones that we get are normally, like, closer, like, on the fault line, closer north. But I was reading up on this one. It said something about being in the ocean. And immediately I was like, oh, my God. This is
a tsunami.
Like tsunamis, yeah. Or Pacific Rim, you know what I mean? Like,
God.
You guys come out of the ground.
That is actually, like, I have a fear of deep water because of Pacific Rim.
Yeah, same. Ever since the almost drowning.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
As you're talking about this, you're kind of engaged in conversation. There is a tapping on the window. Dun, dun, dun. Right next to where you are enjoying your conversation and brunch.
I mean, it's LA, so I'm like not looking outside just in case I make eye contact I don't want to make. So I'm just like,
I look because I'm not.
I look at Alex. I look at Alex's reaction.
I'm supposed to be trained. I'm not. I look. Right.
Look at my local friend.
Hello?
Dun, dun, dun. Like a hand hits the pane of glass and slides greasily down it. A young and sort of like frazzled looking man looks right into your eyes, Alex, as soon as you like make eye contact. Well, let's have our first roll. You want to roll me an empathy roll here.
So I always have one dice, and then how many more do I add?
You can argue for things like your social features, items that you have. But right now there are no negative dice because there is no risk of like stress for this. You're just kind of looking. However, if it could be a failure if you do not meet or beat your empathy score. So if you want to try and add any feature stuff, go ahead and lay it on me. Or anything situational, you're allowed to do that. Anyone who's choosing to look at this man could also give me an empathy roll if you'd like.
I would probably look.
Yeah, if there's like a slam in the window, I'd look.
It'd probably be like a jump and look, like a what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have 2 successes.
I got a single one that met my score.
5.
Okay, you are rolling under or meeting your empathy, so that doesn't sound like you hit it. So
No, I did
that
not.
is a failure for your roll. However, Susan and Xavier, you both notice that this young man, although he looks really disheveled, kind of greasy and gross, there is a slightly almost amphibian quality to his face where it's sort of like the eyes pop out, the face is wide, and he looks like someone in need of help, but he looks very happy. And he, thyroid disorder. A thyroid disorder that he is pretty stoked about. And you can hear muffled through the glass, Alex, as he addresses you. Have you played Strange Aeons yet?
I'm gonna look at him, shake my head. What even is that? No. What are you talking about? I'm be like, I can't hear. I don't really, like, just try to dismiss him, you know? I don't know what you're, no, sorry.
What does he say?
I don't know, something about Strange Aeons.
Is that a game Ian's been playing?
Doop, doop, doop.
I guess, I don't know. And then he's gonna keep hitting the glass. I'm just gonna look at him and be like, shrug. No, I don't. I'm gonna use his voice too. I don't know. I don't know.
He raises his voice and his smile gets even bigger, and he puts it like right up against the glass so that his mouth is sort of like rubbing up against the dirty pane.
Ew.
You have to watch the credits.
I'm trying to have eye contact with like the whoever works here, just like to get the check. Like, hello.
Yeah. Check, please. You get the attention of one of the servers, and as you look away, smash! The window explodes in glass. He takes his whole head and just smashes it through the pane of glass.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, so now on top of like having this like very strange face covered in grease dripping, it is now like dripping with blood. It has like shards of glass stuck in his cheeks, in his gums, in his eye, and he grabs a shard of glass in his hand from the thing and begins to step through it onto your table, crunching onto the pieces of glass. He's now like standing on your table in front of you.
I probably let out a shrill, like little, and then probably backed away from the table.
I flipped the table. I flip it. Because like at this point, like this man has gone from nuisance to hazard.
I should have waited now to say check, please.
Yeah.
I said it just too early.
What do you want? Which trait is this?
This is going to be a dexterity. I'm going to give you a difficulty of 1, so 1 negative die, because there is a human being on the table, and that's hard to like flip a table over.
If only Ian and his muscles were here.
I know.
Yeah, his newfound physique.
Where the fuck is Ian?
I only have one physical dice, right?
Unless there's something else you want to argue for, yeah.
No, hand-eye coordination I don't think would work for this.
Yeah, I would say probably not. I think this is a strength thing, yeah.
It's not a shuriken.
Yeah.
That would be a 2 positive, 6 negative.
That is below your strength, so that is a success. However, because the negative dice did not cancel out, you accumulate a stress. This is like, trying to flip this table pulls a muscle or shoulder or something a little bit like that, you know? So, yeah, fill in one of those stress, but you do successfully flip the table. And describe for me what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, so Susan pushes off away from the table, right? She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And this guy slams the glass shard into the center of the table and stands on the table as he does so.
Sure, that sounds cool. Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it.
And then he's like, I envision him looking up anime style where the head slowly tilts up, and it's like the artist drew every frame, so it's like got that jitter effect to it. Mm-hmm. And his eyes are sticking out like thyroid problems. And he's got that huge mouth. And as he looks up, my instinct is say, nope. And then I use my hand and my feet to kick the bottom, I assume, like the stem of the table.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to push it up. I'm going to like push it downwards, knowing that I'm not strong enough to actually flip the table.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this guy not only is going to fall, but that glass shard's probably going to like shred him somewhere below the belt because he's going to slide down. So that's
hell yeah.
I do that instead, and at the same time, I push myself out of my chair because of the force from my feet kicking the stem of the table.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I tried to save what was left of my coffee.
Pull it up real quick. Roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any chance I'm gonna get some stress out of this?
Yeah, let's call it a dex, and because there's a lot happening, and you got to be fast if you want to get that coffee. So let's call it one negative die.
Glass in the coffee. Gotta be careful.
Oh, well, no stress because they cancel each other out, but that was a failure.
Okay, no stress.
Dex is 1.
Yeah.
No, my $8 coffee, no!
Yeah, totally. Oh, my flat white. Fuck. Yeah, the coffee goes just as this guy goes ass over tea kettle over the thing. Glasses everywhere. Alex, the chair scoots back away from you. And the whole restaurant, the whole cafe is that kind of like everyone just kind of like reacts and then is just like waiting to see if it's safe, like what to do. That sort of like human instinct of like, do I fight or do I flight right now? Like what's going on? How am I supposed to react? I'm waiting for everyone else to react at this moment. And this guy sort of like gets up. He's on the floor, covered in glass. I think like we see just like it's like dripping, right, blood just like onto the ground, and then the camera sort of like pans up and we see that it is coming from him. This piece of there's an enormous piece of glass that he was holding like stuck into his ribs, just like dripping out this ichor that is almost too dark to be blood, and the expression on his face has not changed. He gets up to his knees and he looks up at all of you. I sleep so they can wake. The universe forgets us to remember them. And as he's saying this, he's like tugging the glass out of his body and makes a sickening suck sound, and he is now brandishing this like bloody piece of glass. Susan.
Oh no.
As I'm like backing up, I break out my cell phone and I am calling the cops.
Gotcha. Yeah, you do. No roll needed. Like, emergency services. How can we help you?
We're at the Black Star Cafe. Someone just broke in at the promenade. Someone just broke in through the window. He seems very injured, but he also seems unwell. He may start attacking us.
I sleep so they can wake.
That's him.
Oh, I thought that was the operator.
No, it's the guy.
No.
Yeah. Please stay on the line. Are you in danger? Are you safe?
Yes.
Are there other people around? All right, we have someone coming along on the way. They're talking you through this. The man on the ground begins to say, "The stars, the stars." He pulls the glass out and plunges it into his neck, right into his jugular.
I'd probably scream.
Yeah, you scream. Like when you raise the volume, he raises his volume. The stars are right, and it's time for them to rise. And he just like stabs himself in the neck, pulls it out, stabs himself in the neck again, pulls it out. He's just like stabbing himself around the neck, and the words that he's trying to say become gurgled and gargled as he's like perforating his larynx. And he says something through the blood choking out of his throat that sounds like it's not even English. He's just like, and blood begins to pour out. I need every single one of you to roll a DC 1 willpower check.
Oh. Doing those.
Also, I'd just like to say, Susan, good thing calling LAPD. They'll react so fast. They will be there for this kind of shit.
They will shoot that guy. They will shoot you. They will shoot the nearest person of color.
They will be in there blasting.
DC 1 means stress involved.
Yes, that would be 1 negative die in there.
I think I failed.
Cancel out both again.
Cancel out both. So that is you take no stress, but you do take a failure.
Got 1 and 1.
Also a failure, but Susan, the only person who takes stress in this is Alex, but all of you take a severity 1 trauma in mental.
Everybody?
Yeah, and this is what do we want to call this trauma? I think this is probably like
physical gore or like
gore or just like gore. Gore is fine or like
this is mental trauma.
This is mental trauma. Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
That would be pretty traumatic seeing a dude stab himself in the throat repeatedly.
Yeah.
I probably looked away at some point.
And on the phone, you still hear, like, we're sending a unit to where you are. Blood begins to, like, make this crystal clear glass become a crimson red. This guy is still trying the best that he can to shout these words, but again, it's the same stuff over and over, but it becomes less and less able to hear.
Okay, I'm like looking around. Anyone knows first aid? I learned first aid like 15 years ago. Anyone got it like more recent? I'll go to the guy and kind of like kick the glass shard away from him.
Roll it. This is
dexterity.
gonna be a dexterity.
Should be doing those.
Let's call it a 1. Let's call it a 1.
Nope, that's a failure and a stress.
Oh.
All right, take a stress, and on a failure, he grabs your pant leg.
Okay, no. Alex, can you just get in there?
Yeah. I think is he grabbing? I see this guy grabbing the leg. I'm gonna, as much as I don't enjoy this, because it's like this guy needs help. This guy clearly doesn't need help. He needs Jesus. I'm gonna go up to the face. I'm gonna kick him to make him like let go. Like I gotta do something. I gotta kick the guy in the head. Because he's on the ground, right? And he's got his leg.
Yeah, he's kind of on his knees, maybe like on his knees and elbows. Grabbing. Okay.
To head.
Kick him right in the head. Roll it.
Do I need good eye-hand coordination for this? I'm like aiming for the head.
I'd say that. Yeah, I could say you could add a positive die for that.
It's 2. 1 and a 4. I'm looking for a 3, so I get 1 success.
1 success. You kick him right in the face. What does that look like?
So he grabs Xavier by the pant leg as Xavier's trying to knock the glass away, and he's like, Alex! And I, without even hesitation, run, and I just like, it's one of those like run and kick things, like when you're trying to kick like a soccer ball or something, but I'm just running and kicking him in the head. I don't know how badly it hurts this guy, but like, I mean, he's already got his, I would imagine because this front part of his neck is just so not there anymore. Like, there's a little bit of, you hear some rippage or some tearing or something as it goes.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. You hear this rippage and tearage. Roll me another willpower. All of you roll me another willpower save, DC 1.
Oh, failure in the stress.
So I got a 3. My willpower is a 3.
If it meets, it's a success.
And I got a 1 on the negative dice.
Okay, so that's 1 stress. You hear this ripping and tearing, and that is a sound that you are never gonna forget for the rest of your life.
Oh.
But you successfully kick this guy away. He lets go of Xavier. He falls onto his side, sliding across glass, smearing blood, and into the table and into some people who back up, and he is breathing heavy, breathing hard. Still alive, but seems incapacitated for the moment. He looks right at you, Susan, and smiles. The teeth shattered out of his mouth, bloody gums, spitting blood onto the floor, and he just says, "Merry Christmas."
Fuck you!
Susan, with your empathy plus, you do see the whatever cheerful Christmas message he had for you. The light of that goes out and dies in his eyes.
Today's episode is brought to you in partnership with The Wandering Tavern, a brand new RPG setting from Homie and the Dude. Ghibli-inspired and system-agnostic, The Wandering Tavern is a floating metropolis of the weird and wonderful, designed to slip seamlessly into your world or be used as a campaign setting in its own right. The tavern is fully mapped out across 15 giant battle maps with 23 unique locations and features 33 different NPCs and a full airship system across more than 200 pages of content. The tavern is available online at HATDbuilder.com now, and we've got a special discount for Poderation listeners, so use code POD at the checkout for 10% off your order.
And we cut to the LAPD and paramedics arriving on the scene. They're there.
Friends of the show.
Yeah, they are carting this this body away in a bloody white cloth. Paramedics are taking care of everyone, especially you. You have a couple of minutes here. If there's any stress that you want to crush down, now is the time.
I'll wait till I get to like the first point of resistance.
I'll keep my stress.
Yeah. I do want to check in on Ian now, because I play video games, I watch movies, and I would make that connection, even in real life, even how silly it is. That guy was talking about that game. Like, I know that's like what happens in movies. I'd be saying this to Alex and Xavier.
You heard him say Cthulhumass, right? That's the thing from Lovecraft, right? We all heard that, right?
I don't know what that means. I trust you guys. I defer to you guys for that judgment.
I'm not genre blind in real life. Like, I know Cthulhumass.
When it comes to this, I am very genre blind.
We've all played video games like this in movies, and I know this is real life, but we gotta check on Ian.
Check on Ian. Yeah. We have been trying to text Ian, the three of us, right? Yes. I've during the whole brunch. We have, no responses. Okay. Yeah, Alex, you know where he lives.
Except now, when you go to look at your phones, there is a response from Ian.
Oh, God.
And it's just 2 words. Come over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alex, we're good.
Yeah,
Take
I'm broke,
us.
but somebody needs to call the Uber because I'm broke. I don't have money for Uber.
Oh, I'll do it.
it.
I got some.
Okay,
I got some credits.
fantastic.
I actually just created an account with a new email.
Well, actually, no. Before we do that, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna say, are we sure? Because we're not genre blind, like Xavier said. If this is going on, he's not the only. This guy isn't the only one playing this game.
Okay, yeah. Let's
This is
check.
an Omicron, the nomad soul. Ian's not gonna turn into a. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you in real life.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna check Reddit, like see if anybody else has shit happening, because this is. Let's check X and Blue Sky and like any crazy shit happening. Is this?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. You check social media. You check Reddit. Is it what are you checking for? Is it specifically about this game, or are you checking for
weird things happening?
Weird stuff going on. Okay, gotcha.
Like I'll go
Looking
to
forward.
what I would do in real life is I'd go to like the LA news, like X and Blue Skies, and see what any reports on there. I would go to Reddit, like LA, like specific Reddit, to see if anybody's any weird shit happening. Like I wouldn't make a post. I'd see if there's any posts.
Exactly so. And yeah, there's a lot of talk right now about earthquakes, about the recent earthquake that happened. It doesn't seem like there's anything like extra weird like the thing that you just experienced, but you do notice that there is a lot of like wow, LAPD out a lot here this morning, what's up? Especially because all of y'all are kind of follow the same circles, so there is still a lot of like talk about this game. Some of it's like heard about this game, I don't know, kind of weird. And other stuff is like links to reviews, links to Steam stuff, where there's more information on that.
All right, it's just a normal game. Just no need to panic. Ian's fine. He wants to show us his normal game. Or his Skyrim mods. Maybe he's finally done with those.
Oh, maybe he's going to share them with me finally.
Yeah.
Not calling you out.
You know what sucks about that is that they're probably all outdated now, so I have to like go through and like
Yeah, I guess I don't want to. No, we're going to take my car. We're taking my car.
Oh, you take your car? Okay.
Taking my car.
Yeah.
She'll make it. She's good. She's in good shape.
Yeah,
We'll take my car.
We get a nice car montage, like car reveal sequence with cool shots of your car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and describe it.
For the sake
I
of this
say
game,
out loud in real life.
It's not gonna be the same car. So in this world, it's gonna be a 2023 Kia Soul.
Ooh.
Nice. What color?
Green, lime green.
Ooh, nice.
Sticks out like a sore thumb. It's not my real car, but I wish it was because it has more features than my real car probably does.
You all hop into Alex's car and make your way from the west side further inland of Los Angeles.
Just casually looking on my phone while we're getting in the car, or I'm sitting in the back, I guess. So I'm just like, oh, there's reports of a lot of cops. I'm sharing this with everybody.
I would be like, nah, that's the weekend. There might be a protest or something.
I mean, we are in LA.
Yeah, they like to show force. They like to flex unnecessarily. Got to show off the budget.
This is the most American weekend I could hope for.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Give a nice dose of it.
I think this is the most American weekend I've ever had. And I'm from Florida.
It's like a movie. It's literally like a movie. I keep just like paying attention and observing outside, like through the window, like taking the sights, but also like, let me see if I spot one of those car cops. Like, let me see if I spot something happening.
Oh, yeah. No roll necessary as you go, like, we get one of those, like, camera pans as it, like, follows a screaming cop car, and sirens, like, down the street pan to your reaction as you drive in the opposite way.
I'd ask the group, because I don't really know much in real life either. I'm like, hey, so in the Cthulhu stuff, I remember it has to do with water a lot. What's that about? Like, what's the deal with water?
That depends on the story, right? There's like, Cthulhu's sleeping down there. It's like waiting to awaken, right?
Yeah.
I haven't read that much, but there's like tons of stuff. There's like the story of Dagon. It's just like this ancient island that surfaces at some point, I think. And there's this big cyclopean like structure, like pillar at the middle of it or something.
There was a pillar in my dream last night. But Lovecraft had a fascination with squids because he thought that they were aliens on Earth. So he incorporated a lot of his fiction, and that's why most of his horror creatures are based upon it. And Cthulhu lives at the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Oh. A little unsettling in his stories. Is there a lot of things that live down there, like multiple things, not just these big guys, but like,
Probably
tinier, normal-sized monsters? And
Yeah.
I don't like that. And like I was saying this as I'm driving, and I'm just like trying to shake it off, but I know that it goes back to the dream. And I just share with the group, like, yeah, remember we all had bad dreams, and mine was like about the water and about a lot of things being able to see me, and I couldn't see them, and then it really didn't feel good, and then I drowned.
But also, Lovecraft wrote a book about the Dark Man, and it was just him projecting racism. So let's take this all with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
He probably also was afraid of water.
Yeah.
And this is the part where we try to calm ourselves down.
Yeah.
We're in the
This is us like walking ourselves back.
Yeah, using our logic and common sense to try and calm down. I think right about then is when I take the exit to get off the freeway.
Cool, yeah. And you arrive in Ian's neighborhood.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Parking is horrible.
That's too bad.
But where is it specifically?
Let's ducks, Ian.
Can't name names. No.
It is in redacted.
Yeah. A lot of good food here.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the situation like? Like if I'm gonna park the car, like is everything still law and order, or are we looking at like the breakdown at this point?
Everything seems like it is Black Friday. So that, there's a lot more traffic. There's a lot more people being aggressive, and stuff like that. But like once you get off the freeway, once you get into the neighborhood, like it's pretty status quo. You know what I mean? Like, you might hear some helicopters or something like that, but like nothing's popping off that you've heard about just yet.
Okay.
So,
because I was gonna say if it was apocalypse time, the parking would be pretty easy to find.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's still a bitch to find parking.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I would say,
but
just
you do.
I was gonna say just for the sake of like semi-realism, I park 4 blocks away.
yeah, true.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, you come to the building.
So Alex, this is where you recorded the first Respect the Crit episodes. This is great. I've always wanted to see Ian's place.
Yeah, and there was an earthquake when we did the first character build too.
Oh yeah.
No way. No way.
It's terrifying. Very terrifying. I've never been in a building that tall when an earthquake happened.
Well, you're in luck.
They said there might be aftershocks today. Yay.
The door does have a code on it, but usually someone's coming in and out of it, so you just kind of like opens it up as they're leaving, you walk in.
Oh, is this fine? Is this okay?
I mean, I don't know if it's okay, but that's what happens. So
That's what happens. Yeah.
I'm asking Alex, like,
Yeah.
we good? Or is this fine?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
fine. Yeah, I do it all the time. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Then we get in this tiny, tiny elevator.
yeah, which is out, by the way.
Okay, then we gotta take the stairs.
Yeah, you gotta take the stairs. Yeah, you gotta
He
take
lives
the stairs.
at the top.
So you climb the stairs, narrow, steep stairs of this old building up to the top, and as you go by, there's some people like on one of the landings who kind of glance at you, and they're speaking kind of tensely in Spanish on the landing. Yeah.
What are they
and Alex-
saying? Because I speak Spanish.
Oh, is that in your stats? You have that on your sheet?
That one of your features?
In real life, yes.
Yeah. You recognize exactly what they're saying. It is in hushed whispers, so you don't get all of it, but they are kind of like they are kind of talking about like the earthquake that happened, and like things are kind of like going around the city. Like, you know, there's a lot of like commotion happening. You know, they're sort of like we should just kind of like stay in kind of thing. You know.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep it to myself. I'll tell the group later because that's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
You get past them and you come up to Ian's apartment door.
Okay, give it a nice little knock.
Knock, knock, knock. No answer.
Okay. I will call Ian on my cell phone. Call. Is there a ringing in the apartment? Can I hear a ringing?
Are you not on silence?
Yeah.
There is a buzzing. Yeah, you can hear.
I knock harder.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the voicemail of Ian. Leave a message. I'll get back to you.
I
when
hang up. I hang up. No voicemail. I don't like voicemail. Fuck that. I know
It's
you're
us, Ian.
Yeah, start calling for you through the door.
It's your friend from Canada. He's here.
I do this face, like the E, like the and then reach my hand forward and see if the door's locked.
The door handle gives. The door is unlocked.
Oh.
So
yeah,
I push
good.
it open and I look at you two. I'm like, should we go in?
I mean, yeah, if he's passed out with 3
Yeah, he
bottles
could
of
be.
vodka around him
Yeah, he could be in danger. He could be
on
in
Nexus
trouble.
mod.
Nexus.
And his pants down around his ankles.
Oh no! The power of Nexus mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
I think
that kind of Skyrim game, people.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not ashamed of it.
Oh, we knew. It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go in then. I mean, if Ian's in danger, we gotta go in. So
Yeah.
we go in.
Inside, it's actually quite dark. For even being the day in the afternoon, the blinds and the curtains are pulled to block the sun. There are blackout curtains. It's not pitch black in here, but it is dark and things are obscured. Even in the afternoon, it's sort of like moody and kind of difficult to see things. This is not the apartment of someone who is doing okay, by the way. There are dirty dishes around the couch, nappy blankets. There is a smell of unwashed bodies and rotting food.
Ian's apartment's not like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Alex, is this
He is.
normal?
Yeah.
He's in good health. His apartment's beautiful.
And Alex, you know my apartment, so
Yeah.
I'll try. I know that you understand the layout of this. I'll try and describe it as best I can. As you enter, there's sort of like a small little like entryway, and to your left, it opens up to like living room and kitchen. To the right is the bedroom, and the door is closed. There is some light coming from the living room that is from the TV and a laptop by the couch, and just kind of everywhere there's just like hastily scrawled notes on various slips of paper, envelopes and sticky notes, and ripped up pieces of mail.
I tried to find the lights, the switches I try to turn on the lights.
When you go to turn on the lights, and you realize this sort of like entry light here, and it's out.
I break out my cell phone and turn on the flashlight on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. This bright, very intense white light comes out, sort of like illuminating things in this cone, creating shadows that stretch across the apartment as well as you sort of like move in further into it. And yeah, it's like this couch looks like someone has been there, pants down around their ankles with bottles of vodka, but instead of a not safe for work Skyrim game on the television, there is a game screen, however, that says "Thanks for playing," and something that looks like gibberish underneath a list of options that has like new game, load, and credits. The gibberish, it's in English characters or Roman characters, but it looks like just weird stuff, difficult to pronounce.
He watched the credits.
Yeah.
Is that what the guy said at the restaurant?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
I continue looking around. I go to the kitchen area.
And I'll pick up one of those notes, like resolve Alex, but like I'll be in the back trying to reading the scribbles.
Yeah, I might pick up a few too.
Gotcha. We'll follow Alex quickly first. You walk into the kitchen, and again, like dirty dishes, cabinets are open, things are just kind of like on the floor. There's sticky stuff all over, like stuff boiled over on the stove. It looks gross, man.
Oh.
Ian was trying to max his protein. This does not look great.
Yeah, this seems wrong. I move out and go to the hallway where the bedroom and the bathroom are.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so you go there, go down the hallway, and into the bedroom, and you can see there is like the lights in the bedroom are off, the lights in the hallway are off, and it's actually darker back here because this is where the windows don't let the light shine through. On the bed there's like a blanket that's over some kind of like lump or something.
Oh boy.
And there is a smell here that reminds you of the ocean.
Oh no.
In the other room, who's doing what first? It was Xavier's picking up letters, Susan watching the credits, right?
No.
Is that right?
No way. No way.
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. No. I'm picking up some letters too.
You know what? Susan's picking up the notes. I'm gonna go check the credits.
Gotcha.
No.
Let's start with the letters first. Or we'll start with the notes first. So Susan, we'll start with you.
Okay.
There is you pick up one of the things, and there's a lot of it's a lot of like things all over the place. It's thoughts that are scattered amongst hundreds of pieces of paper, basically. But they sort of like breadcrumb trail, and like some of them are, you get like longitude and latitude coordinates. There are names on here that sound like names of stars, like Alpha Centauri, like that kind of thing. There is something called Craft Love Studios, and it leads you to the laptop where most of this stuff is, sort of like a nest of things. And on the laptop you can see there's like just like hundreds of tabs open.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a real horror.
Yeah.
Just like so many tabs open. Yeah, there's a lot of like searches here for Craft Love Studios, games crafted with love. There's business records of California, astrological charts, topographical maps of the coast. There's like even little digital sticky notes and stuff that indicate that Ian was looking for this studio, and he seems to have found it somewhere up on the coast, somewhere in central Malibu. There is an address here with a question mark and a couple of bullet points. One of them is Point Doom, Malibu, spelled D-U-M-E. Below the sea. The stars are right. Dreams are the key. Craft love might have answers. Get the others to go with me, need their help.
I turn my phone, point it at the monitor, and take a picture of your notes, or of Ian's notes.
Ooh, smart.
You should say your notes. Ian, you should speak in the first person more.
Learn from Susan's mistakes.
Xavier, you go and pick up a controller, just like and it feels gross to touch.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there.
Yeah. It's like, but
I have 2 kids playing the PlayStation at home. I know
exactly.
What it is.
Yeah.
Oh no!
You know what it is. You know what it is.
I forget that your kids are like of game age now.
Oh
like,
yeah, big gamers.
They're there, yeah.
Pro jammers.
Oh man, that must be cool and like horrifying at the same time.
Oh yeah.
As you click on the credits, you hear something odd. It plays a sound clip that sounds like Finglui Magla Nafa Cthulhu Rilye Wagna Nagal fhtagn. And it's just like an eerie sound clip that plays on the soundtrack of this thing, and it plays the credits. A couple of names, lead designers, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's just like names scrolling up on the.
Anyone I recognize? I might have worked with in the past.
But at the end it says, thank you for playing Craft Love Studios, games crafted with love. And then it begins to play something else. Maybe this is a new game plus. Maybe this is like an after credits thing. You're not really sure. But it begins to play like something else, and it prompts you to like move with the controller.
Sure. It's just a video game. It's not. I mean, it might be like a Dave the Diver kind of sleeper hit. I'll try it.
Yeah. But I need both of you, when you hear this like thing getting told at the credits, it sort of just like gives you a chill for a minute. I need each of you to roll me a DC willpower, 1d6 willpower. Just Susan and Xavier.
Okay.
Can I argue for my adaptable?
Yes,
Because
of course.
Like, I'm adaptable to changing situations, and I'm already like, if this is Susan, I'm like, I don't want to believe it's the end of the world, but also I'm not going to have it take me by surprise.
Yeah. For sure you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's just a willpower?
Yeah.
Damn, why is my willpower so low in the Cthulhu game? That's a failure and a stress.
Oh, same with you, Susan?
Yeah.
Failure and a stress? Each of you take a trauma dark words.
Oh, nice. I mean, not nice, but...
Xavier, you begin playing. Let's switch to Alex real quick, just so we can kind of like do a cool like cinema like cut back and forth kind of thing going on here. Alex, what are you doing?
If I'm in the room and I have the flashlight on my phone, and I see the lump in the blanket, and I smell the seawater, and I don't know much in real life. Alex doesn't know much about Cthulhu, just the basics, and like everything's starting to point to that, and like I'm having a hard time to believe that this is what's going down. And so in a rush of like, I have to see it to believe it, I'm going to pull the blankets.
Okay, gotcha. Seems like it's like a tug, like a violent, like pulling it, like let's get it off. Let's just rip this thing off.
Exactly. Rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah.
You pull back the blankets and you see Ian underneath. At least what looks like Ian. He has a horrified, frozen expression of terror on his face. His mouth is twisted and his eyes are vacant. His back is split open.
Oh!
Revealing rib and bone and viscera sort of stringing across a cavity where his back should be. From the nape of his neck to his waist. Like the violent discarding of a carapace of like a cicada or something, like an insect. What remains is like a person-shaped husk.
Oh my god.
Ain't that the truth?
And I need you to roll me a DC 2 willpower save.
Oof. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it.
My good friend Ian.
No, not fun.
Oh yeah, this to stress. We are at. What's this? I'm on the second bar of mental, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gotcha.
Shit.
And is that a failure? Did you get any?
Oh yeah, massive
positive?
failure. No, I got a 6, which is above my willpower.
I want you to take a mental stress, just called dead friend. Let's just call it dead friend.
Trauma,
yeah, the
yeah.
trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Definitely crying, like, oh my god, like I'm screaming because I'm like, whoa, like no.
Actually, before you begin to scream, which you can still do, by the way, I'm not trying to interrupt that. You do hear a sound in the closet in the bedroom.
Oh.
And it just sounds like shuffling.
I don't know what's going on. I see dead Ian and screaming, probably very, very sad, crying almost. And then I hear the shuffling and it stops me, you know. And I don't know if anyone else reacts to me screaming, but like, it's like one of those things when, like, in horror movies, when the person discovers something and they start like, ah, and they scream, and then they hear something else and they stop in their tracks because they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I want to do more, but if we want to switch to the next thing, we can switch to the next thing.
No, set us up. What do you want to do more? And then we'll jump.
In real life, Ian's bedroom, I'm assuming, I don't remember if this is true or not, he has a bat or something. I don't remember. I don't know if you have anything in your bedroom. You mentioned it before.
I can tell you right now, in real life, I have several katanas.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do a katana. Like I would say,
if you want a bat, let's call it a bat.
Yeah,
let's do bat. All right, cool.
And I grab the bat.
Why would you do katana?
Why wouldn't you use katana?
It's too easy. That's too easy. That's too
Oh
easy.
my
He
God.
has them. Several.
Right?
You could have 2.
If we're playing in Susan's house, there's a katana in this closet, guys.
If you want a katana, don't.
Okay,
it's not
I guess
about easy.
I'll get the katana, I guess, because everyone's so adamant about it.
It's like not even stretching it. It's like you're being conservative with one katana.
I could walk off camera right now and pick one up and show it to you.
I remember. I've seen it. Well, I grab it.
It's readily available.
It's right there. And I walk to the closet carefully. The Band-Aid's been ripped open, so I'm just ripping this fucking closet open as well. Yeah.
Okay, you got it. I want you to add a large bladed melee to your inventory. It adds 2 positive dice and a +3 to damage.
That's fucking awesome. It's not even a goof.
Yeah, it's not even a goof. It's literally swords in this house. I imagine there's a sword in every single one of our houses.
I have ninja knives, the kunai.
Yeah,
well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I bought them a long time ago.
Probably more convenient for
those motherfuckers are
self-defense.
sharp. They've been the blades aren't sharp, but the points, those are sharp.
No, my mom threw away my swords a long time ago. They aren't good swords. They aren't practical.
That's probably good when you have kids running around.
Yeah.
And, you don't have a bunch of bladed weapons.
I have sharp knives now, though.
I mean,
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Susan.
oh no, I was just gonna goof.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Well, that's not allowed. So
I know you're very serious.
No goofs.
that happens. But as we're doing some intercutting, let's cut to Xavier playing this game. It seems just kind of like a walking simulator almost. You know, like yeah. There's not a lot of control. Like you kind of do the sticks and you can like turn and move the camera and go forward and backward. You press the buttons, but there's no like jump or interact or anything really. Yeah, you're just kind of like going forward.
Oh, Silent Hill. Got it. Okay.
That's fine. Like, I can't judge the game yet. It's just based on that. There might be some like good narrative involved.
Yeah, and it's not like an exceptionally, like the graphics aren't like exceptional or anything like that. In fact, it seems like an indie game. It seems like something that's made by a small studio, and like this character sort of like moves through cypress woods where there's like ugly roots and malignant hanging noose of moss sort of like hanging down. In the game, you kind of like go by a pile of dank stones or the fragments of some rotting wall or something. These assets that are put in. And there's a muffled beat of like tom-toms that's playing through, and now playing through the speakers. So Susan, you are hearing this as well. And every once in a while, like as as you're moving through, there's an infrequent curdling scream or shriek that comes out of the soundtrack. That sounds like it could be an animal or a person. As you continue to move through with the joystick, there's sort of a reddish glare that filters through the undergrowth of this simulated night. As you continue to play this game, it sort of opens up into a glade where there is a ring-shaped bonfire, in the center of which stands a great granite monolith about 8 feet tall, at the top of which rests it's kind of hard to tell because it's a little pixelated, but it seems like some kind of like carven statue, noxious looking. There's scaffolds around the flame where hanging heads of oddly marred bodies are sort of like strung up on them. And inside the circle, in sort of like 12-frame animation, are naked, sort of like hybrid spawn, kind of braying and bellowing and writhing and worshiping in sort of an insane way between the ring of bodies and the ring of fire, and chanting this same like gibberish that you heard from the title screen. This Finglui Manga Nafa Cthulhu Rilye Wanga Naga fhtagn. And sort of like rising and falling and shrieking and screaming as you hear one of these like shrieks. You hear from the other room like a very real scream of Alex.
I startled and I dropped the controller and I rushed towards, unless I'm like hypnotized by the game, like I'll just drop the controller.
You tell me, are you?
I mean, I kind of want to keep going, but like, unless there's like something pulling me out, I gotta go check on Alex.
You know what? Roll it.
Ooh.
Roll me a willpower, yeah.
Willpower? I'm gonna add myself a negative dice, because I have the distracted negative.
That's very good, yeah, distracted. Okay, yeah. So, we'll call that your negative die. That is what can be stressful.
Failure, so it's a failure still.
So yeah, you hear a scream, but you want to see what happens at the end of this.
This is exactly when I'm like reading something or writing something, and then my wife speaks to me, and I know she's speaking to me. I know she's talking to me. Yeah. I think I understood, but I keep reading or until I'm done with that line, and I'm like, huh? Same thing.
Susan, you hear this as well.
I would run towards Alex. Notes be damned. I got the picture.
So you rush into the other room, into the bedroom. Let's cut to Alex. Alex, you whip open this door. You just we see you sort of like moving towards it, inching towards it, brandishing this katana, and then all caution is sort of like thrown to the wind as you just grab that doorknob and slam it against the wall. What you see coming out of it is not Ian at all. It is a tall, sort of like fishy, fleshy, and dripping wet kind of creature. Eyes on either side of its head, elongated fingers and limbs. It sort of like pulls itself up out of the closet by like wrapping its hands around the door frame and pulling itself into your face, pretty much. You can hear the sort of like wet cracking of its bones as it like moves out from a contorted position into the space of this room. And Susan, as you rush into the room, you see a couple of things. One is this husk of Ian is just like split open from the back like some Thanksgiving meal. And you see Alex standing between you and a monstrosity that towers out of this closet. I need you to roll me a DC 2 willpower check.
Even though I'm adaptable, this situation is fucked.
Yeah.
I got a success, but then the 2 stress were not canceled out.
You do not receive a trauma, but you do take 2 stresses.
Oh God, I'm almost through the second bar.
We're all about the same place mentally.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Alex, what do you do?
I 100% thrust the katana into its like under maw here.
Awesome. That's perfect. Okay. We are going to get into structured time and combat right now. You have initiated this combat, so you will go first. All the PCs go first, and then NPCs will go. So you will all get a chance to go in initiative first. So let's resolve this with Alex. Roll me a dexterity attack.
+2 because of the sword.
I'm going to give you a DC 1 because it is dark in here.
Oh, and I have abysmal eyesight, so that would actually be 2.
Yep, and I'm gonna give you. I think Dead Friend plays into this as well.
All right, so 3. So 3 against 3.
I'm cool with dead friend. No trauma there.
That's a failure in 3 stress. Yeah, so that means I gain resistance after the first 2.
Yep.
There's a third one. Third one doesn't go through then?
That's correct. Cool. Yeah, you thrust up at this thing. I want to say you hit it squarely right in the neck, and it does shit all.
No good. I mean, as we saw in the restaurant.
It gurgles, and that dark ichor begins to spill down the blade of the katana, dripping onto the floor and onto your hands.
Gross.
Susan, what do you want to do?
I want to grab Alex and rush out of there. Seeing a katana thrust into it and it just not reacting. I don't think we can handle this, Alex.
Yeah, need shotgun.
So I'm gonna rush towards him and pull him away.
I gotta ask you a question. In Ian's apartment, there are 2 entrances to the bedroom. One is the one that's closest to the exit of the apartment, which is a closed door, and there is the one that you just came through. Which of those doors are you trying to make it out of?
Which one's closest to Alex?
If we're talking about him being at the closet, is going to be the one that is the closed door.
I think I have a good enough layout in my head to connect that would go back towards the entrance. So I think I could connect that dot pretty easily, so I would go towards that door.
All right, let's have you roll this grabbing Alex away. I don't think this is too difficult, but Alex is a human being person, and trying to move a human being person can be kind of. So let's give you a 1 DC. This is gonna be Dex.
Yes. Well, sorry, Alex. I failed and got a stress.
You try to pull Alex away from this thing, but Alex does not move, and he is trying to hold on to the katana that is lodged in this thing. So it's sort of like making it difficult for you to like pull him away from this.
Yeah, and in that moment, I'd be like, we gotta get out of here.
Xavier.
I push forward on the joystick. I want to get closer to that pillar.
Yeah, perfect. You get close to the pillar, pushing through these assets, and the noxious statue on the top of it is horrifying to look at. It is part octopus, part dragon, part some kind of humanoid creature, a disgusting, pulpy head with sort of like leaning over on its feet and its tentacles coming down. Roll me a logic.
Hey, it's a success.
You've been talking about this all day. This is a statue of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You understand this reference 100%.
I have a tiki mug of this guy at home.
Yeah. You hear again, crescendoing as the soundtrack is like playing it over and over. Finglui magla nafakatu, brilye wagnal nagal fhtagn. And they're screaming it now, and then it like shuts off. The screen goes dark, like a dead star. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'll draw the controller and head on over to the commotion.
You rush into the bedroom, and you see all of this stuff happening now. Roll me a willpower 2 check.
2 stresses and a failure, although I have resistance to that, so just 1.
Okay.
The second bar.
Yep, 1 stress.
And a failure.
Okay, I want you to take the dead friend trauma also.
Is there a limit to the traumas we can have?
Nope.
Because I'm...
No limit.
I'm at 4 mental traumas. Right
This thing is going to... Alex, it's going to try and attack you.
Oh, no.
I told you, get out of there.
He's doing the thing. Doing the RPG combat thing.
This thing does get a success. It swipes at you with its long claw, and it does catch you on your chest and cuts you for 3 damage.
Oh, my God. Actually, I take 2 points of stress because I already have 3.
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Fucking Frogman.
Now we're playing the game. All right.
Oh my God, I'm almost full on my second row here. No.
Alex, it is to you.
Yeah, I guess we get out. Like, we gotta run, right? This thing is not fair. It's not fun.
Yep.
I yank the katana out of its gullet.
Roll it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you. I think it's a 1DC.
They both cancel each other out.
That is a failure, but no stress. You're not able to pull the thing out of this flesh. It went in real easy, but it ain't coming out real easy.
Run, I guess. Whatever the fastest way to get away from this thing is.
Yeah, you move away from it. Where are you headed? Like which one of these?
The door closest to the exit.
You got it. Minor action. You can open there. You can even open the door if you want to. Dum 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 dum. Door's not opening. Door's not opening. You look up in the corners. The door has been nailed shut in the corners here.
Oh, okay. That makes sense why you want us to go to that door. I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I do that. I look up and I go, oh, it's shut. It's nailed.
Yep. Susan.
Look at the monster. Look at Alex. Okay, I'll go. You're right behind. And I start going out the door I came in and then back towards the entrance.
You kind of like move through all the rooms that you have just moved through. Yeah, and you can exit the apartment this way if that is what you want to do.
Yeah, and I'm yelling to both Xavier and Alex, let's get the fuck out of here.
Susan runs by you, Xavier, screaming.
I see what's going on, so yeah, I'll okay, yeah. Alex, come.
What if I could?
And I'll follow Susan.
Yeah, you're leaving.
Sorry, I'm leaving you behind, Alex.
Sorry,
I gotta
Alex.
survive.
It's fine. That's part of Cutthroat for me too.
Hopefully we get his car keys when he dies.
Alex approves.
This thing is gonna come at you again, Alex.
Oh, please no.
Yeah, it sort of like pulls the katana, it like grips the blade with its big hand and just like pulls it out and lets it clang to the floor in this like dark pool of ichor and reaches out to swipe at you. 3 damage again.
What? It's actually only 1 damage now because I'm at my 3rd row, baby.
Oh my god.
Shit, are you serious?
Yeah, 3rd row.
And then it's to you.
I run, but I'd like to try something as I run.
Yeah.
I want to grab the sword because he dropped it, right? He dropped it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run past him. Like I'm gonna run at him as if I'm running at him, make it psych him out a little, and then I'm gonna like juke and grab the sword as I run by. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's call that a dexterity. It's covered in blood, so I'm gonna give you a 1DC for that.
I have good hand-eye coordination to grab it this time.
True.
Oh, very
2.
true. Yeah, let's go.
I got a 2, a 4, and a 6. The 2 and the 4 are positive. The 6 is a negative, so it doesn't cancel it out. So it would be stress, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I have 2 physical stress already, so no stress.
Yep. Exactly so. And that sounds like it was a success, right?
Success. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Describe for me what it looks like when you grab this katana.
I look like I'm gonna run at the thing, this monster, and it's probably got its arms open, singing Creed with arms wide open, trying to kill me. Because I don't like Creed and I don't like this monster. I quickly shift feet, move to the left of it, and as I'm shifting feet, I slide to grab the katana. And I would say because of 1 success, the slide causes me to like, my foot gets stuck on the wood because your floor is wood. You have like the wood panels, and like my foot gets caught in the wood, and it causes me to do this thing where like I stumble back up, like, and I get past him and run away because I'm stumbling out. Basically, it's just like my initial force makes me go out like, whoa.
Yeah, it's not clean, but it's an escape. Yeah.
I get out of there and I run past, and I if I can, I move to the living room and I see them by the door, and I'm just like with the sword, go, go, go.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, you get out. You are out of the apartment.
Close the door.
Yep.
Close the door. Boom. Slam.
Stairs.
Yeah.
Stairs. Going for the stairs. Doom, 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 doom. You run for the stairs. Shoo! Door explodes open, hitting the wall. This thing is after you. It just it makes a gurgle like.
Are the ladies still in front of their door in their house?
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, let me roll something. Yeah, no, go ahead. No, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say I tell them in Spanish to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get out, run. I tell them run.
They're like, oh my god, what's happening? They're like,
I just say monstro. I just say monster.
Monstro.
Yeah. Tell them monstro, run. Correte, carrete, whatever the fucking, I don't remember the word is. Like, get out.
It's not important to conjugate the verb. It's just leave.
They get the vibe.
Yeah, run. Yeah.
You run down the stairs and past them, all three of you running down the banister, shaking on these old stairs, and this thing comes down, jumping down from the top floor, bypassing the stairs entirely onto the landing in front of these ladies. They scream, and as you continue to run down the stairs, you just hear that ripping and tearing sound again and just like screams turn into curdles, turn into gurgling as you try and make your way out of the building.
This is traumatic. This is real life traumatic. This is real life trauma.
Dead neighbor trauma.
Dead neighbor trauma.
Gore severity 2 now.
But you're able to make it out of the building.
Run to the car.
Yeah. Gotcha. Drive. The 4 blocks. You make it to the 4 blocks.
Initially, I just turn the car on and drive. I don't think, and I probably get on one of the major streets.
Yeah, let's get as far as possible from this thing.
Cool. Yeah. So you rip it towards Wilshire Boulevard. That would be the main thoroughfare.
Okay.
Yeah, and you pull out, leave all of that behind, and yeah, you're driving down the street now.
What do we see around us? What's the situation like around us now? Because that was like, in video game terms, that's the call to action, right? That's like that's the start.
I imagine you like passing cars and stuff and being very loose with some of the traffic laws as you like swerve around people. So there's like honking and things like that. There are ever-present helicopters right now. You can hear those whirly birds in the sky, especially around here. Yeah.
I turn around to Susan, like kind of like pointing at my phone, and I just say like, fhtagn.
And then from looking at my phone, I say we gotta go to Malibu. We have to go to Malibu. I have an address.
I nod. I say Cthulhu.
What?
Yeah. So I'm sitting in the back seat, and I'm ignoring the seatbelt situation. I lean over to the front seat, and I have my phone in the middle. I'm like, this was on Ian's computer.
I look at it, and I said, okay. Okay, all right, fine. This Kia Soul doesn't have a GPS, so I'm gonna need you to put it in your phone.
Alex, I want you to make me a DC-1 willpower roll as you hear these dark words coming out of Xavier's mouth.
God, Xavier, shut your mouth, Xavier!
We know not to read the Necronomicon out loud.
Just watch the credits.
I fail.
I want you to take a trauma severity 1 of dark words here.
Xavier, what are you doing to me, dude? Xavier's words are like, I'm ignoring them, but then he keeps saying them. The more and more he keeps saying it. I for some reason I can't shake him out of my head. I'm just like, what? Like what? I can't focus on driving, right? And I keep hearing it over and over again, and I'm like, okay, Xavier, what the hell are you saying?
I'm just trying to find on Reddit if there's more stories about this.
No, you kept saying this stupid thing over and over again. What is that?
Reddit?
No. And I look at Susan. I'm not crazy, right?
It's from the game. He watched the credits.
And I just let out the biggest sigh. Why, dude?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have.
And then there's an old lady in a shopping cart. I'm like, just swerve around her. Shit.
Oh, and I like fall back into the back seat.
Roll it.
Oh shit, roll that.
Dexterity, I guess.
Yeah, dexterity.
With my good hand-eye coordination, I'll give myself
That's true.
a second.
That's
right?
true.
Good hand-eye coordination. Okay, yeah. Hang on.
Okay, there we go. That's a 1, a 2, and a 1. So my 1 and my 1 cancel out, and then the 2 success. No stress. If I didn't put in my hand-eye coordination, I definitely would have. It would have hit her. It would have hit her.
Okay,
dead.
yeah.
And I just say, too many old ladies have died today.
Xavier, Reddit, if you're looking online and stuff, there's a lot of like posts about like weird stuff happening around the country. Like people kind of like transforming into stuff. And it's like all very vague because there's no like mainstream media about any of this yet. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people are like talking about like weird stuff that's going on. Like their Mima has like got some kind of weird thyroid problem or something like that.
No,
like,
dead Mima trauma.
Yeah.
Too many Mimas have been lost to this day.
I'm gonna go on slash craft love.
Yeah.
There's some posts on there that are like, the negative ones mostly are like, I don't get it. This is too weird. This is not for me. I don't know what this game is. You don't do anything, you know? The people that like this game, like, really like this game. It's like they're passionate about it, and when they talk about it, it's not like they're describing a video game. It sounds like they're describing like a novel or a play or a movie or something. There's a lot of comments about like, I can see it now, and like the stars are right, and like no leash can tether me any longer. I've left the cave of shadows. I can hear their calling. We sleep so they can wake. Like, this game will lift the veil. You will unsee everything. Like, people are like talking like that. It's kind of like esoteric and strange.
I write a new post. Yeah, the stars are aligned. I saw them. I dreamt of them this morning after the earthquake.
Upvote. You get like tons of upvotes.
Oh my god.
Susan, maybe dreams are the key.
That's what Ian said in his notes, and she's like, she goes back into the front seat again and shows on the screenshot. She'll zoom into that part. Ian said dreams are the key.
Yeah, well, Ian isn't exactly Ian anymore.
But it seems like there was some part of him beforehand that was trying to figure this out or help us because he wanted us to go there.
I think we should go to Craft Love, guys.
Is that where we're going? You put the address in my phone here.
And then I also send you guys this this picture to. I'm sure, like, because we're meeting up, we had like a group chat, so I'll send it to our group chat.
And then back in Ian's apartment, the husks, the husks in the bed,
even
and there's
Ian
the
gets
phone. The phone right there gets the message.
Oh,
man, that's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's so good.
That's good. As you like rush down to the coast and along the PCH. Yeah, up towards Malibu, as the sunny, beautiful weather of Southern California from this morning has sort of like turned into stormy gray clouds that collect on the horizon. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Endless Equinox. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. It's easy, free, and helps others learn about the show. Follow us for info, updates, and extra clips on our socials. We're on pretty much everything at Respect the Crit, or come be a part of our amazing community in our Discord. Mabel McIntyre is played by Jamie Lee Bonez, who you can find at Jamie MF Bones. Alain Levesque is played by Xavier Trudeau-Duchesne, who you can find at Xavier TD on Blue Sky. Melody Thompson is played by Karen Huseman, who you can find at Not So Shy Ronnie. Raz McClay is played by Zach Clark. Yasher Angle is played by me, your host, Ian Duncan, and you can find me at iDunks. Our keeper of arcane lore is Susan Spinator, who you can find at Suze Laluz. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing game is published by Chaosium Inc. And remember, whatever the system, miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and Cthulhu fhtagn.
Yeah, Sam's mom made me cookies.
Alex, I'm so sorry to inform you, but it's actually illegal to not give me any cookies. So I don't want you to get in trouble. So I think I want you to comply.
It's more illegal that you're not complying with your macros and your protein diet. So.
And you didn't show up for brunch, so no cookies for you.
Yeah.
Fine.
The hell, bro?
That's true.
I still have sardines to eat.
Ew.
They're actually really good. Fuck you.
Compared to cookies?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would rather have a cookie. But...
Hey there, I'm Hugh from Moderation. If you like today's episode, why not check out the next session? Your D&D Agony Aunt's there to answer all of your questions. Join Adam and Alyssa as they answer questions sent in by listeners like you about how to solve the problems that come with running and playing in all sorts of different tabletop scenarios. Available wherever you get your podcast.